Okay, and today the topic of our class is, let me have a look at it, is again still understanding about argument, but this time we will see argument in a wider sense. Okay, so the title of this part of the unit is understanding the types of essay and what argument the essay offers. And now I would like to review again what you have already known about types of essay. Okay, so we know that there are various types of essay. The simple one is the narrative essay, and there's also exemplification, and I will only take as examples these 5 things. So first one, narrative essay. What is a narrative essay? Well, usually if we talk about the narrative essay, there is usually a story, a narration of something that starts from the beginning until the end. So there is a narration. Okay, now we're talking about the second type of essay, which is the exemplification essay. In an exemplification essay, usually there are examples and explanations of those examples, and it is a very common type of essay. You use this kind of essay when you want to tell about several types of something. For example, you want to talk about popular tourist attractions in Malang, and then there are so many of them, but you give only 3. First one is natural tourist attractions. You can also use man-made tourist attraction, or third, cultural tourist attraction. You will explain each of these in your essay, and that is the exemplification essay. There is also another type, is what we call the comparison and contrast essay. When you read this kind of essay, you will usually find object A and object B, or sometimes object 3, and you will find the similarities or the differences between these 3 objects, or it can also be people. And you have the argumentative essay. We talked about it last week. So if it is an argumentative essay, you usually have a claim, an evidence, and a warrant. Sometimes 2 claims, 2 evidences, and 2 warrants sometimes. And another popular type of essay is the cause and effect essay. If you read this kind of essay, you will find the cause and you will find the effect. So each of these essays has what we usually call the main idea, or the thesis statement, or we can also call it the argument in a wider sense of the word. So last week, I remind you again, I told you the first definition of argument is an utterance, right? What you offer in an utterance, whether it is spoken or written. Now, each of these types of essay has a main idea, which we can also call argument in that wide sense. Now, what you will do is to find the argument or the thesis statement of each of these types of essay. If it is an exemplification essay that talks about different tourist attractions in Malang, then the argument over there can be, for example, Malang has 3 most popular tourist attractions, and what are the supports? Then the supports are the 3 tourist attractions. For example, the natural tourist attractions, the man-made tourist attractions, and the cultural tourist attractions. And let me give you one example here. Okay. So in this article, which I included in last week's exercise, you can find an article called Claim Face Mask Don't Work. Read this article and you will find, and you will have to decide what kind of essay is this. If you read the entire work, you will find out that this kind of essay is an argumentative essay, and an argumentative essay usually has a claim, an evidence, and warrant. Then find out what is the claim here. If you go through this article, you will find that the claim is actually, it is wrong to say that face masks don't work. That's the argument that the writer proposes. And since it is an argumentative essay, you will find the evidence over there and also the explanation. The evidence is that in many conditions, masks help protect you from a droplet. Although the writer eventually admits that in a situation where everyone is already, where viruses are everywhere, face masks don't really work. So it doesn't always work. But still, it is wrong to claim that face masks don't work. And let me give you another example here. In this article, you will find that okay, the title of the article is Bacterial and Viral Infections. Go through this article and eventually you will find that, oh, it is not an argumentative essay. It is instead, what do you think? From the word differences between bacteria and viruses, you can start finding that actually this is a comparison and contrast essay. What does it compare? You can see over there, it's between bacteria and viruses. So here you can say that the main idea or the thesis statement or the argument of the essay here is that viruses and bacteria have differences and similarity as well. Now, what I want you to do is, let us review again what we have discussed here. So basically, there are different types of essay. However, there is a similarity between all those essays. They offer something, and the offer is something that we usually call the main idea or the thesis statement, or in general, argument. Now, what we need to do is find the thesis statement or the argument of an article. Going further again, find also the support of that argument. Each argument always has a support. If it is a narrative essay, then the argument is about how something happens or the chronology of something, and the supports are the order of how those things happen. If it is a comparison and contrast essay, there's usually the supports are object A and object B and the similarities or differences. If it is a cause and effect essay, then the supports are the causes and the effects. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to read the article that I'm giving you below. What you need to do is first find what type of essay it is. Second, find the argument, the main idea or the thesis statement of that essay. The third one is find the support. Okay, and once you're done with that, please tell it in one paragraph, okay, in your own words. Write it here in the comment, and once you're done with that, I want you to read the comments of your friends and reply to 3 posts by your friend, okay? And I want you to do this by end of day today. And if you have any questions, please ask me. All right, everyone, I think that's all.